MMAfighting.com here at UFC 227 Media Day in Los Angeles with Henry Cejudo, who challenges for the flyweight title against Demetrious Johnson Saturday night at Staples Center. Henry, you said something really interesting yesterday during open workouts about kind of bringing more science into your training. What does that entail exactly?
A lot of it entails on recovery and actual nutrition. I've never taken any type of supplements or anything of that matter. And for this camp, I've taken supplements, just different vitamins, understanding recoveries. Like I'm not gonna break my back in training if the omega weight doesn't allow to. Doing hyperbaric chambers, doing altitude chambers, doing stimming that helps you recover 4 times faster than anything you'll ever use. All that. So when talking about science, a lot of it was based on recovery, and you can tell on my body, man. People look at me and I was like, holy shit, man, you're just and it's different, it's when you add the recovery and get nutrition and with the science, man, it's a recipe that's gonna equal for success.
Do you feel different going into this week?
I do actually. I feel strong. Obviously every weight cut's always gonna suck, man, despite whatever, man. You're depleting your body, I'm cutting weight and I'm talking to you guys and I gotta drink water. But that's just the way it is, man. Welcome to the fight game. No cut's ever perfect. They always sting, they always hurt, but they can hurt a little less. And that's exactly what's gonna happen this fight. It's gonna hurt a little less.
And your cuts now are not as bad as they used to be, correct?
Yeah, I used to do some stupid things, man. So people think, oh, I used to do 16 pounds a day of weigh-ins because I had so much time to recover. I was like, I can suffer for half a day and recover the next day. But it finally bit me in the butt, man, with age and just time. And I'm not doing that again.
What's like the craziest weight cut you've ever had? Wrestling or MMA?
Oh, God. And MMA, I can tell you, is when I didn't make weight for my UFC debut. I remember feeling my lip was cold, like literally cold, man, purple, cold. I felt like I had no water in my head. I was cramping. I was throwing up. I was throwing up like yellow, like liquid. And it was rightfully so. My coach said, "Hey, man, let's take him to the hospital, man." And this is a real traditional Mexican guy. He's like, man, I said, this kid's gonna die. This kid's gonna die in my hands. And for MMA, I'd say my UFC debut where I didn't debut.
But you still wanted to fight.
No, hell no, man. The body knows when it's done, man. There's mind, body, and soul, man. It's not 90% mental, man. There's a connection. For anybody that says that, they don't understand success. They don't.
The first fight with Demetrious, you would say yesterday that it was the first time that you ever felt that way in competition. What was that feeling like, and was that a big motivating factor to get back in the gym and to try to improve to get this rematch?
Yeah, I think so. I think it adds. Put a chip on my shoulder, as you guys heard Captain Eric say. It helped me fall in love with the sport even more so. It's a challenge, especially now too. The fact that he's defended it, I think 3 or 4 more times after he defeated me, and you gotta respect a man like that. And I respect Demetrious Johnson as a mixed martial artist.
You spent the first few years of your life in LA, not far from Staples Center. Do you feel a connection to not only this city, but also the Latin American community here, the Mexican American community here?
Oh yeah, man! You see the crowd yesterday, man. It's full of brown. But that's just the way it is, and I can only imagine how the crowd's gonna be Saturday night. All respect to the champ, but man, they're out there. The Mexicans want to see blood, and they want to see it come out of him.
I was going to say, do you think that you will have the crowd's favor on Saturday because of your heritage?
I think so. I did send out a tweet from all the gamers, but other than that, I think if you're Mexican and you're not a gamer, you're on my side. But if you're Mexican, you love playing video games, they're probably going for Demetrious.
What was this gamer tweet?
Nah, it was me picking a fight. That's all. I forget.
Yesterday you said that the division is kind of maybe stagnated because he's been the champion for so long, he's been dominant, and people, you said, have shied away maybe from the division and watching it because he's been on top for so long. If you were in his spot, what would you do differently? What would be the Henry Cejudo 125-pound division? What would that look like?
Man, ultimately it's got it, because I have a different style than Demetrious. So styles make fights, and I think that alone, I think there would be more. I think it would be more of actual fights, you know, rather than him just displaying a good a good clinic in a fight. You know, I think that's because that's my style of fighting, man. I can go blow for blow. Demetrious is a little smarter than that, but I understand now, man. It's about you guys too, man. It's about the crowd, man. It's not just about winning no more, man. It's about the people, and when you slowly understand that, you kind of you want to treat the fans.
Is that kind of a difference between MMA or maybe the UFC at this level than it was like in wrestling?
Yeah, because people pay big money, man, to watch you fight. People bet money on this. People pay to watch you. You know, you make a living out of this. You know.
You were a guy early on though when you came out with like the Aztec garb and like the gold shorts. So you kind of had the entertainment part of it early on.
Yeah, I did, man. I did it until they took it from us. I used to come out with the rapper actually. You know, I'm a very calm and chill guy, but I understand the entertainment world too, man. I just, you know what I mean? Like I'm clean. I'm clean with my. I just want to be a showman, and that's it, man. I don't want to dog nobody. I really don't, man. I could, but it kills me, man.
Do you wish that there was no Reebok and you could still wear the gold shorts and the whole thing?
No, I just wish there was variety. That's it. And I've asked him, I said, dude, bring back, give me my gold shorts back, man. Allow us to pick the colors, especially for a title fight, man. You know, people remember me, if they don't recognize my name, they remember because my big head and my fluffy ass hair and my gold shorts. You know, but that's kind of like the gimmick.
It's hard to stand out when everyone's wearing the same stuff.
Right. I agree.
How close were you before getting into MMA to doing WWE?
I was close. I had talked to Jerry Briscoe, and it was you either gonna pick the WWE or the UFC, because I can do all that stuff that Rey Mysterio does, you know, and it was close, but I was like, dude, I don't want to be traveling. I don't want to. These guys are gonna throw me from 50 feet high. I'm the little guy. I ain't fighting Brock Lesnar, and I heard he's freaking mean if you fight him, and I don't want to do that. So I picked MMA.
You ever think about how things would have gone if you chose differently?
Yeah, kinda. But I think even if I would have done the WWE, I think somehow would have found my way to the UFC.
I think it was Dave Meltzer who reported that if you were going to sign with WWE, they were going to give you a Mighty Mouse character. Do you know anything about this? It's kind of ironic that he's your rival. They were going to kind of give you a quote unquote Mighty Mouse character.
That's the first time I heard that. That's funny though.
Kind of like a small guy, underdog type. See, you got it already. You got it down.
Yeah, that's funny, man. I had no idea. That's the first time, but that puts a smile on my face.
Thanks, Henry.
Thank you.